Let's skip the fluff. If I had to start from zero today, no followers, no extra cash, just the knowledge in my head, and I had a hard deadline to hit $1 million net worth by 2027, I wouldn't spend a single second looking at get-rich-quick schemes. We have less than 2 years. In the world of wealth building, that is a sprint. Most people hear the word millionaire, and they think about the car, the house, or the freedom, but they don't think about the math. To hit $1 million in 2 years starting from scratch, you aren't looking for a job, you're looking for a vehicle with massive leverage. You cannot save your way to $1 million in 24 months on a standard salary. It is physically impossible. If I'm starting this journey today, the first thing I'm doing is a mindset defrag. I have to kill the version of me that thinks $100,000 is a lot of money. In 2027, 100 grand is just a good start. If you want to hit 7 figures, you have to stop thinking about how can I earn more and start thinking about how can I solve a problem for 1 million people, or how can I solve a $100,000 problem for 10 people. Phase 1 of my 2027 plan is what I call the high income skill pivot. I'm looking at the market right now. What is the world starving for? It's not more generic content. It's not more middle management. The world is starving for people who can bridge the gap between AI and actual business results. If I wanted that million, I would spend the first 3 months obsessed with one thing, becoming a specialized integrator. Whether that's in sales, tech, or operations, I need a skill that pays me at least $10,000 to $20,000 a month just to build my war chest. But here's the cold truth. Even at $20,000 a month, after taxes and living in an expensive city, you're only netting maybe $120,000 a year. That's nowhere near $1 million by 2027. So, phase 2 is equity or exit. To hit that $1 million mark, I wouldn't just work for money, I would work for assets. In 2026 and 2027, the biggest wealth transfer is happening in small businesses. There are thousands of baby boomers retiring who own boring, profitable businesses, landscaping companies, HVAC, plumbing, small SaaS companies, and they have no one to leave them to. If I were starting today, I wouldn't try to build the next Facebook. I'd find a boring business that's already making $200,000 a year in profit, and I'd use my high-income skill to modernize it. I'd use seller financing, which is basically the owner letting you pay them back using the business's own profits. You buy a business for $500,000, you double the profit in 18 months using modern marketing and AI efficiency, and suddenly that business is worth $1.5 million. Boom! You're a millionaire on paper and likely in cash flow too. Now, let's talk about the lifestyle of someone hitting this goal. Most people fail because they lifestyle creep the moment they see a $10,000 check. If I'm on a mission for 2027, I am living like I'm broke. I'm talking about a studio apartment, a reliable used car, and 0 luxury vacations. Why? Because every dollar I spend on a status symbol is a dollar that isn't out there working for me. In the first 12 months, I am a ghost. I'm not on social media to consume. I'm only there to produce or to network. I'd also change who I'm talking to. You cannot become a millionaire while hanging out with people who complain about the price of gas. It sounds harsh, but energy is contagious. If I want that million by 2027, I need to be in rooms where $1 million is considered a bad year. I'd spend my last $500 to buy a ticket to a conference or a dinner just to sit near people who think bigger than me. You don't need their money, you need their operating system. Let's address the elephant in the room: risk. By 2027, the economy is going to look very different. We're dealing with high interest rates, shifting job markets, and a total overhaul of how work gets done. Most people see this as a reason to be careful. I see it as the greatest opportunity in a decade. When people are scared, assets get cheap. If I wanted to be a millionaire, I'd be looking for the blood in the streets. Maybe it's real estate that's being offloaded by stressed investors, or maybe it's undervalued stocks in the tech sector that took a hit. I wouldn't diversify. Diversification is for preserving wealth. Concentration is for building it. I'd pick 1 or 2 high conviction bets and go all in. Phase 3 is the multiplier effect. By mid-2026, I should have a solid income and hopefully my first acquisition or major project running. Now, I need to scale. This is where most people get stuck because they try to do everything themselves. If I want to hit the goal by 2027, I have to learn to delegate. I'd hire people smarter than me to handle the day-to-day so I can focus on the CEO tasks, strategy, partnerships, and big-picture growth. A millionaire's greatest asset isn't their money, it's their time. If you're still checking your own emails and doing your own bookkeeping, you're not a millionaire in training. You're an overworked employee of your own ego. Let's get real about the dark side of this journey. To do this in less than 2 years, you are going to be lonely. You're going to miss birthdays. You're going to have friends tell you that you've changed, and you should look them in the eye and say, I hope so. The version of you that exists today is not the version of you that is worth $1 million. If it were, you'd already have it. The transition from normal to wealthy requires a total ego death. You have to be willing to look stupid, fail publicly, and keep going when everyone else is sleeping. People ask me, is it really possible to do it that fast? The answer is yes, but only if you stop trading time for money. The math of a millionaire is about asymmetric returns. You put in 1 unit of effort and you get back 10 or 100 units of result. Writing a book is asymmetric. Building a software is asymmetric. Buying a cash-flowing business is asymmetric. Working an hourly job is symmetric. 1 hour equals 1 paycheck. You will never, ever get rich on a 1-to-1 ratio. As we approach 2027, the middle-class squeeze we talked about before is going to get tighter. The gap between the people who own and the people who rent, their homes, their cars, their lives, is going to become a canyon. If you don't make a move now, you're going to be on the wrong side of that canyon. So, here is the 2027 blueprint in a nutshell. The war chest. Get a high-income skill that solves a 2027 problem. Stack at least $50K to $100K in cash. The vehicle. Don't build from scratch. Buy or partner with an existing cash-flowing asset. Use leverage. The lifestyle. Live like a monk. Reinvest every cent. The network. Pay to be in the rooms you don't belong in yet. The scale. Automate, delegate, and concentrate your bets. If I followed this plan, by December 31st, 2026, I wouldn't just have $1 million. I'd have a system that generates wealth for the rest of my life. $1 million isn't the goal. The goal is becoming the person who is capable of making $1 million. Because once you become that person, you can lose it all and make it back in half the time. This isn't a dream. It's a logistical challenge. It's a math problem, and the clock is already ticking. 2027 is coming, whether you're ready or not. You can spend the next 2 years wondering, what if? Or you can start the ego death today and build something that actually changes your family's tree forever. The question isn't, can it be done? The question is, are you willing to be the person it takes to do it? I've laid out the map. Now, you've got to drive. I'll see you at the top.